All right. Welcome everybody to the AI Breakfast Lab. Today is Magic Kids Day. So as I was mentioning earlier, we've done quite a bit of work with the Magic Kids platform, and it's going to continue to get better. It will see an upgrade soon. It's something that's on our priority. So we uh, we have our Magic Kids platform that I want to show you something that we're going to create. So let's go ahead and show you this book. When somebody subscribes to the Magic Kids platform, let me get back here where I'm supposed to be. See here. Okay. There we go. All right. All right, here we are. Magic Kids. Now, for the kids under 10, we give them a book for the purpose of seeing what parents can do with their kids to have fun, right? So the book is down below in the dashboard. There's a coloring book as well as here's the coloring book. We made this coloring book in our platform, by the way. Yeah, see, using the GPT creator, right? So it made the coloring book of all the characters. Maybe the parents like to use the coloring book, but it's meant for the kids, yeah? So how fun is that, right? And these are all the characters in the book. Cool. Awesome. It has their name too, and it has little quotes on them like meet Posty Paws, good news travels fastest on happy paws, meet Sage Cricket, little words when kind can change big things. And then we have a little, all the stories here and audio, yeah? So we have all the audio stories here. Now, what we want to do, what I want to show you, some fun stuff you can do, just like we have this character talk. Listen to this.
Kids are glued to screens, but are they learning anything useful? Hi, I'm Tippy. Welcome to Magic Kids. Turn screen time into future skills with personal AI tutors for your child. Imagine your child curled on the couch, tapping bright. Friendly prompts as a patient tutor asks questions and gives feedback. Choose a tutor. Create stories, videos, books, or build a pretend business. Pick whatever lights them up. Meet your tutor. A friendly AI coach guides step by step, turning confusion into aha moments. Create together. Build projects that teach math, science, reading, history, and even AI. Outline, plan, and present with hands-on pride. What makes Magic Kids unique is its safety and warmth. It supports your family's voice and values, not replaces them. Homeschoolers, parents, and proud grandparents. Perfect for grades 1 through 12. Hear laughter. See bright projects. Feel the confidence to grow as kids share creations with family and friends. Enjoy hopping around the platform and turn family time into learning time. With AI tools you can trust. Welcome to Magic Kids.
Cool. So what we want to do is we found out that through sharing this with a few nurses at a hospital here nearby, that kids love the videos that are talking with talking animals, right? So I thought, well, maybe we should do that with the book, right? Because right now we don't. We just have audio, right? How boring is that? Kids aren't going to listen to, younger kids aren't going to listen to audio. So a better experience would be to take these and have the characters tell the stories, right? So let's get the book. Let me get the storybook here. There it is. And I'm going to download the book. Okay, there we go. Gonna download it here. Yeah, I gotta make this a little bit smaller. Excellent. Yep, here you go. Download. Okay, we'll call this the Gentle Metal. Okay, the Gentle Metal. Save it on my desktop. All right, excellent. All right, so let me open it. Excellent. All right. So the first story is Meet the Community. That's basically all the characters, right? So excellent. We'll do those later. Let's do the story. These are all the characters. All right, here we go. So let's make that a little bit bigger. All right, so Mrs. Pendle, Bumble are in this story. They're at the Jubilee. Okay, so here's the introduction, right? All right, so let's copy this. This is the story that we have the audio of, right? Let's take story number 1. Let's make it a little bit smaller so I could see it all. All right, there's story 1. I'm going to copy that. Now, I have the character. Let me see if I could find a character that would be good. Maybe Doc Clover. Would be good. So let me go ahead and find Doc Clover. So we created these characters. And I'll show you Doc Clover here in just a minute. We created these characters with Ask Zig and the image creator in the platform. Ask Zig, when we were using it, we use it to write. It's not in the Magic Kids platform, but it's in the adult platform. But that's how we wrote the book originally. This was way before we had Magic Kids. Yeah. So we didn't have a use for it, but now we do. Yeah? Cool. All right, let me get the characters. I got them somewhere here, and I want to find these characters. And I'll show you what creativity you could do with your kids. Yeah? Fun stuff. All right, let me see here. I may have to look a little bit deeper. Hang on. So these are the characters that our image creator made. Amazing, right? So all of these characters. Look at the detail of them. Yeah? Yeah? Very specific. So this story is about Bumble, right? And his whole concept is, this book teaches kids the 9 acts of kindness, right? So give me a second here to find these characters. I gotta look in my folder here to dig deep. Okay. There we go. Getting closer. Any questions in the chat? All the GPTs, whether it's the Wild GPT in our platform, right? Any of the tutors, like the writing tutor, like the fictional friend, okay? The fictional friend can come up with images for characters. The prompts, not the image, the prompts. So if you develop a character in here and the persona of a character, when you're writing a book with your child, right? Like this is the last book we wrote, right? Had Roxanne, remember? And we wrote this book, chapter 4. We're still working on it. But like I could say, for example, give me an image prompt that fits Roxanne that I could use to make an image. Just the prompt, so I could copy and paste it. So, there you go. It's a long prompt, but that's okay. You can put a long prompt, you know. Hey, that's not what I wanted. Let's try it again. I want an image prompt to create an image of Roxanne, like what clothes she's wearing, her style, her personality, etc. Well, here he goes, right here. Portrait of Roxanne. There it is. There it is. So you can copy that prompt. Okay. I don't need her name. And copy that. And let's go to the image tools. And here's the image creator. Okay, so I can just paste right in here the prompt and hit create an image of Roxanne. So it's whatever the name is, right? If you're writing a book with your child, if it's an animal or whoever it is, it'll create it. There you go. And she had a dog by her, remember? When we wrote that? There it is. Yeah? How cool is that? The writing tutor, when you're writing with your kids, you can create it. And of course, you can make her talk now. You know that, right? With the video spokesperson. So she can tell the story or a little bit about her. Hi, I'm Roxanne, you know, and kids love that kind of stuff. Look at that. Look how detailed it is. It's beautiful. Okay? So that's how you get an image like I got here of these characters, right? The GPT I was working with, all of our GPTs can create those image prompts so you can create details specific about that character. The good news is when you're writing, for example, when we started writing this with a fictional friend, which is a specific thing for the kids, it guides them in writing you as a parent and them to write a fictional book, right? This was for teenagers, right? It was Roxanne, there was Rudy, right? I could do same thing for Rudy, right? And you know, it gives me the details because it started writing the book, so it knows detail, right? It actually incorporates her in the story, like the Old Town, 1903, right? She's a natural curls, 2 puffs. There it is. There's the 2 puffs. Confident and kind with big sister energy, standing on brick library steps at golden hour, suburban old town vibe. Yeah, she wears a denim jacket, right, with t-shirts, etc., etc. Her feet around the brass. And then, of course, her loyal dog, Roxy. Medium size. Then, you know, then it doesn't make a giant, you know, dog, right? Unrealistic. It's a realistic photo, like a Pixar type of character. You can do realistic. You can turn on the photo, okay? AI photo director. What is that? Well, it uses AI to add virtual photography director to your image prompt. A virtual photographic director, like if somebody's taking a picture, to your image prompt, generally results in a more stylized photo with effect like depth of field, bokeh, and creative lens choices for a more straightforward photograph. Okay, so we hit that, we could try another one. Now that other image is saved already. right? And so this is going to be with a photo director, like it was somebody's actually taking a photo of Roxanne in the image prompt. So it's a little bit different. So as a parent, you would want to know in Magic Kids, if you're creating characters, right, how you even do this to have fun. And then you could take that picture and download it and make it into a coloring book. I'm going to show you how the process through how we got this book done, so you guys understand how we did the Magic Kids and the Gentle Meadow, right? So just bear with me so I can show you these details, because this is important, showing you how we crafted the book, right? So here we go. I got the I got characters here. Okay. There it is. Now I could give this like a 2-star. Okay. And say, let's do it again. Maybe I want to do it again because I like the dog somewhere else. Maybe not there, right? So let's regenerate it. You want to regenerate it here because I gave it a 2-star, so it remembers that I don't like that image. Let's try something different, right? Perfect. Right, there you go. And you could do this with your kid. Which one do they like? Right? Do they like this? Or, maybe you want to change the prompt or the type of dog, right? So you could be specific, like to have a specific dog in here. So just put the specific dog that you want. A loyal golden retriever dog, right? Named Roxy. So you would edit that right here. You could put like, okay, give me a loyal black lab dog named Roxy. Okay, and then we just go boom, try it again. It's going to be, we're leaving on the AI photo director to create a live photo of Roxy. So that's how we created these unique characters for the Gentle Meadow. Is that clear? Any questions about that? So the prompt, the GPT gave us the prompt because we were writing the story with it. It gave us the prompt to create the image. Make it pretty simple, doesn't it? Yeah. You're in the ecosystem of what you just trained, so it's easy to do that. This works for, any type of, maybe you're writing a thriller or a romance novel or whatever, and you need characters, fictional characters, you can do the same thing. 100%. To bring the book to life. I think it's probably, I like it for, when as a bonus, even if you are publishing a book, I like having characters that people like watching videos, getting to know the characters. They would probably click a link on a QR code in a book to watch the character in action, right? Even if it was an adult book, right? There's the black lab. Cool, right? Love it. Yeah. And you could, you could look at the prompt, you could even upscale the image to a higher quality, more detailed image. Maybe you wanted to, print it out, right? So, pretty cool stuff. And of course, she could talk 100%. We can make her talk in our AI spokesperson app. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get going with one of our characters here. I think I have one I could choose. And let's just look at it here. So I have Doc Clover here. Okay. Let's download Doc Clover. Okay, let's see here, page 1. Download. Maybe Papa Bramble. Let's download Papa Bramble. Page 3. Okay. All right. Pretty cool stuff. Now we have a tutorial here also for the AI image creator. If you want to come back in here and learn a little bit more, you can do different sizes, as you can see. You can also get ideas to prompt up here. Put the ideas in and choose it, but very specific, detailed image. Yeah. And I can come over here. We have a built-in editor over here, so I can edit the image also. So maybe I want to erase. Use AI to retouch it, so I can retouch it, right? And I can do magic remove right here and choose the size, and I can maybe want to remove this lantern. So you just paint over it. There you go. Moved. How cool is that? Then you click on done. And then it's going to show up here as 2. See, 1 of 2. So here's the second one. Cool beans. Awesome. So that is how you can create images. Have a lot of fun. You can even do your own, Magic Kids platform creates an opportunity for our AI consultants to even hold, summer camps, maybe a 2-day camp, right? You charge for it, you keep the money, and then you help the kids and the parents write a book together and show them how to do it, how they can create a children's book, whether it could be a picture book, right? This could be a children's book, literally. You could put the text right over this, and make it a younger kid's book, right? Meet Roxy, with her loyal dog, right? And you can tell a story, right? It all starts with creating the story with a fictional friend, and it can write a book for like a 5-year-old. You can write books in here with your values as a parent to teach your kids values that you want to teach them. Kindness, love, gentleness, whatever category. Okay? All right. So now I showed you that, right? Now, let's go into the audio. And let's go to AEO Voice Creator. And we're going to create the first introduction story. So AI voice customization. We'll choose a voice here for Dr. Bramble or Papa Bramble. This is him right here. That's Papa Bramble. Yeah. He's like an adult in the community of the Gentle Meadow. All right. He's a blue collar worker, right? He's one of the wise ones. He's in some of the stories, but he's not in the first story, so it'd be great for him to tell the story. Yeah, Papa Bramble, the introduction. Okay, cool. All right, so let's have Papa Bramble tell the story. So we got to pick a voice for him, right? A little bit. So, maybe let's just listen to a few here.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
Not him.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our
I
command.
think that's Dr. Bramble. What do you guys think? Yeah? That's Dr. Bramble. So let's paste in the first chapter here. I got to go back to it and copy it because I copied the image prompt. There we go. Right click and copy. Okay. And we're going to paste that right in there. And I'm going to type in an introduction. Greetings from the town of Gentle Meadows. My name is Papa. They call me, the community calls me Papa Bramble. Brample. Today, I will be telling the story of Bumble's big welcome. A big welcome. So sit back and enjoy. Perfect. Now let's do Drew, and we're going to do story time. And here is the introduction. Excellent. Here we go. Let's listen to it. This is a free AI voice tool that we have in the platform to create audio. Audio is the basis to a video, so let's do the audio first. It'll lower our cost on credit usage for videos. All right, let's go.
Greeting from the town of Gentle Meadows. The community calls me Papa Bramble. I will, telling the story of Bumble's big welcome.
Where is that? It calls me Papa Bramble. I will be telling you. I'll be telling you the story. Oh, there you go. I need to change that. I think the pace is good. Love the pace. What's cool about this that we already know, and we know kids love screen time, right? But the fact that they can watch this together, it's really good. It's short too. It's not long, right? So the attention span of a kid is not that long. So we want to make sure we keep them short. They are short stories. Okay, here we go.
Greeting from the town of Gentle Meadows. The community calls me Papa Bramble. I will be telling the story of Bumble's big welcome. So sit back and enjoy. The music was playing, and everyone in Cloverfield Meadow was busy finding friends and choosing games. But Bumble the little bear noticed someone sitting alone at the edge of the celebration, an elderly hedgehog named Mrs. Pindle. Mrs. Pindle watched the fun from her shady spot under the willow tree, her cane beside her, and a picnic basket on her lap. Bumble remembered Mama Willow's words. Kindness means inviting everyone to join in, no matter their age. He took a deep breath and walked over. "Hi, Mrs. Pindle," Bumble said, his voice as soft as a honey bun. "Would you like to come see the flower contest with me?" Mrs. Pindle smiled gently. "Oh, Bumble, that's sweet of you. My old legs aren't as spry, but I do love flowers. Maybe we could watch from here?" Bumble's nose twitched as he thought for a moment. Then he hurried to the booth and asked Peepo and Nibby for help. In no time at all, the friends gathered every entry from the flower contest, rosy bundles, daffodil chains, purple pansies, and brought them to Mrs. Pindle's shady spot. Before long, Bumble and his friends had made a real flower show just for Mrs. Pindle, brightening her view with colors and kindness. "Thank you, Bumble," Mrs. Pindle said, her eyes sparkling with happy tears. "You've made me feel right in the middle of things." Bumble beamed. "Everyone belongs at the Jubilee, especially you." As the music played on and the friends gathered around Cloverfield Meadow, felt just a little more gentle and a lot more kind.
Perfect. So let's close it out. And let's edit this, and let's add like the reflection at the end. Right? A little more kind. Let's paste that in there. So now I'd like you to, maybe we're going to say, now I'd like you to think. I would like you to think about what just happened. Yeah? What just happened? Here are a few questions for you to think about. With your family. Okay? Or classroom. Okay? Who might be sitting quietly at your next family event, a school day, or at home? Try Bumble's kindness. Invite them to join you or bring the fun to them. Okay, perfect. And then we'll say, welcome to Gentle Meadows. Welcome to Gentle Meadows. Where kindness is contagious. 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 Okay, I think I'll try to spell that. Let's see here. Okay, I think I got it here. All right. All right. Excellent. Welcome to Gentle Meadows, where kindness is contagious. All right, perfect. Scroll down and let's listen to that back end again. Do you want to transition in between stories? Yeah. So I think that makes a great transition. So this is activities you can do with your kids to get creative, right? Give them some ideas. Now this is this is more of a book that maybe a parent would write, so you can read the story to your kids and let them listen to it, right? Like an activity. Yeah. Here we go.
Greeting from the town of Gentle Meadows. The community calls me Papa Bramble. I will be telling the story of Bumble's big welcome. So sit back and enjoy. The music was playing, and everyone in Cloverfield Meadow was busy finding friends and choosing games. But Bumble the little bear noticed someone sitting alone at the edge of the celebration, an elderly hedgehog named Mrs. Pindle. Mrs. Pindle watched the fun from her shady spot under the willow tree, her cane beside her, and a picnic basket on her lap. Bumble remembered Mama Willow's words. Kindness means inviting everyone to join in, no matter their age. He took a deep breath and walked over. "Hi, Mrs. Pindle," Bumble said, his voice as soft as a honey bun. "Would you like to come see the flower contest with me?" Mrs. Pindle smiled gently. "Oh, Bumble, that's sweet of you. My old legs aren't as spry, but I do love flowers. Maybe we could watch from here." Bumble's nose twitched as he thought for a moment. Then he hurried to the booth and asked Peepo and Nibby for help. In no time at all, the friends gathered every entry from the flower contest, rosy bundles, daffodil chains, purple pansies, and brought them to Mrs. Pindle's shady spot. Before long, Bumble and his friends had made a real flower show just for Mrs. Pindle, brightening her view with colors and kindness. "Thank you, Bumble," Mrs. Pindle said, her eyes sparkling with happy tears. "You've made me feel right in the middle of things." Bumble beamed. "Everyone belongs at the Jubilee, especially you." As the music played on and the friends gathered around Cloverfield Meadow, felt just a little more gentle and a lot more kind. Now I would like you to think what just happened. Here are a few questions for you to think about with your family or classroom. Who might be sitting quietly at your next family event school day or at home? Try Bumble's kindness. Invite them to join you or bring the fun to them. Welcome to Gentle Meadows, where kindness is contagious.
Okay, so I think we're done there. Download it, and then we're going to go to our video spokesperson in the Magic Kids platform. They have access to it. Create a new project, and then skip to audio and say, yes, I have permission to use the audio. And then we'll take the audio file that we just generated and took some time to develop. And here is story number 1 with Papa Bramble telling the story. And then we continue to upload audio. And we're going to upload the avatar here. So we have chosen templates here, different sizes, as well as you could upload, or you could generate, like you would put an image prompt in here for Roxanne, and it'll generate a image of her. It's another way you could do it. Yeah? Okay? And then you could also just upload, or you could drag it right here, right? So I could just come over here, and there's Papa Bramble. And I could drag Papa Bramble over there. There he is. And then I'm just going to scroll down and continue to generate. Here is this audio.
Greeting from the town of Gentle Meadows.
Perfect. It's about 2 minutes. It's about half the credit cost to use this because it's a 2-minute one. I would normally probably cost about 2,000 or maybe a little bit 1,900 credits. So it took it down because I uploaded the audio file, which is great. And then I generate the spokesperson. Now Papa Bramble's going to tell the first story. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I could even put some little music behind it. I think that would be attractive for the kids, too, to listen to, right? They like music. Some background fun music. Yeah, cool. All right. So that is the first story. Second story is Nibby's note of appreciation. So in this story, you have Nibby, and you also they're planning for a spring jubilee, and you have Grandma Pebble's wise advice and Nibby, and you have Mrs. Flossie, and you have, let's see here, yeah, that's it. So maybe one of the rabbit, yeah. So let's see here in my Gentle Meadows, who could tell that story? How about Buddy? We'll use Buddy. Buddy is a let's see. Buddy is the town dog. This is Buddy. Yeah, kids would like that, right?
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. So that's Buddy. Okay, so we'll have Buddy tell this story. Let's see what the first story came up with here. Almost done. Maybe we'll have time to get 2 stories done to show you this process, right? So again, all these pictures started off with the fictional friend. We wrote the book in a GPT. We used Ask Zig to do this book. You could use fictional friend if you're in the Magic Kids platform. Or if you're using the normal platform, you could do the same thing with Ask Zig or the Ghostwriter. And you're writing a fictional book and you have characters. If you want the character after you wrote the book, then you just ask it for the image prompt and you put it in the AI image creator. Yeah? And you could tweak it, you could change it. It's your character. You can have fun with it, right? With your family. All right? So this is almost done. Okay. Let's wait for a moment. There we go. It's done. Okay. All right. It should wrap up here in just a second. It's a longer video, so it takes a little bit of time. There we go. Here's Papa Bramble.
Greeting from the town of Gentle Meadows. The community calls me Papa Bramble. I will be telling the story of Bumble's big welcome. So sit back and enjoy. The music was playing, and everyone in Cloverfield Meadow was busy finding friends and choosing games. But Bumble the little bear noticed someone sitting alone at the edge of the celebration, an elderly hedgehog named Mrs. Pindle. Mrs. Pindle watched the fun from her shady spot under the willow tree, her cane beside her, and a picnic basket on her lap. Bumble remembered Mama Willow's words. Kindness means inviting everyone to join in, no matter their age. He took a deep breath and walked over. Hi, Mrs. Pindle, Bumble said, his voice as soft as a honey bun. Would you like to come see the flower contest with me? Mrs. Pindle smiled gently. Oh, Bumble, that's sweet of you. My old legs aren't as spry, but I do love flowers. Maybe we could watch from here. Bumble's nose twitched as he thought for a moment. Then he hurried to the booth and asked Peepo and Nibby for help. In no time at all, the friends gathered every entry from the flower contest, rosy bundles, daffodil chains, purple pansies, and brought them to Mrs. Pindle's shady spot. Before long, Bumble and his friends had made a real flower show just for Mrs. Pindle, brightening her view with colors and kindness. Thank you, Bumble, Mrs. Pindle said, her eyes sparkling with happy tears. You've made me feel right in the middle of things. Bumble beamed. Everyone belongs at the Jubilee, especially you. As the music played on and the friends gathered around Cloverfield Meadow, felt just a little more gentle and a lot more kind. Now I would like you to think what just happened. Here are a few questions for you to think about with your family or classroom. Who might be sitting quietly at your next family event school day or at home? Try Bumble's kindness. Invite them to join you or bring the fun to them. Welcome to Gentle Meadows, where kindness is contagious.
There you go. So that's how you would do a talking storybook, yeah? So let's go back and start again. Let's do one more. We have just enough time. I'm going to speed up a little bit. So we have the audio tool, AI voiceover. We're going to do the second story, which is story 2. Okay? Nibby's note of appreciation. We're going to copy this all. Okay, so we copy that. Then we're going to go customize audio. We're going to paste that in here. And we're going to type in the introduction. See. So we're just going to say, hi, my name is. Name is Bobby. Hey, Bobby, the Gentle Meadow dog. There you go. There you go. Today, I get to share my favorite story of Nibby's note of appreciation. Okay. All right. Appreciation, period. All right. There we go. Now, the first one is done. Let's go down to the bottom and let's go ahead and get on the reflection. Now it's time to think. Now it's time to think and reflect on what we just heard. This is perfect. This is a perfect conversation. Okay, for kids and grown-ups. Okay, excellent. Who helps out in your life, even quietly? What note, picture, or special word of thanks could you share to brighten their day? Perfect. Okay. And then let's close it out with let's open up a different window, and let's look at how we closed out the other one. So voiceover, and let's go to edit here. Okay, maybe it's this one here. There we go. Okay. Which one was it? Okay. Okay, just copy Cloverfield Meadow. Let's go over here. Brighten their day, okay. Where kindness is contagious. Excellent. Now we got to pick a voice, and then we got to do story time. So let's pick a voice for the dog. Let's see here. How about Finn?
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Maybe, maybe that one works. Let's try Liam.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Maybe Michael.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Jesse, maybe?
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
No, maybe Ethan.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
Maybe Dave.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your
Daniel.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Let me see here. Buddy. What does Buddy sound like? Let's see here.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
He's too young.
Your creativity is our command.
Maybe Charlie?
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Ethan.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our
I
command.
think maybe Finn.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
That's perfect for the dog. Okay. All right, let's generate that. Half of the battle is you want a good image, right? Always good image, and you want a good audio, right? So we're just going to leverage AI to tell this story. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Bobby the Gentle Meadow Dog. I get share my favourite story of Nibby's Note of Appreciation. While the Spring Jubilee carried on with races and laughter, Nibby the squirrel darted here and there gathering lost mittens, fixing a toppled cup and picking up napkins left behind after the picnic. Nibby loved to see everything tidy, but today the messes seemed to multiply no matter how quick his paws worked. Suddenly he spotted Miss Flossie, the kind sheep librarian, quietly tucking books away by the story tent. She had an even bigger pile of things to carry, yet her face wore the softest smile and her voice was gentle when children stopped to ask for a new book. Nibby paused, remembering Grammy Pebble's wise advice. It's important to say thank you to those who help even when nobody's watching. Nibby scampered to a table, grabbed a scrap of paper and a bright orange crayon, and wrote with all his heart, "Thank you, Miss Flossie, for making story time so special and for always keeping our books safe and our hearts full." He placed the note on top of Miss Flossie's biggest storybook when she wasn't looking, then scurried back to pick up more picnic napkins. Later that day, Miss Flossie opened her book and found the note. She wiped a little happy tear from under her woolly glasses and shared the message with the other grown-ups. "Nibby made me feel seen," she said with a joyful bleat. "Small words can make a big difference." Nibby saw her smile and knew that sometimes kindness is as simple as letting others know you notice and appreciate them. Now it is time to think and reflect on what we just heard. This is a perfect conversation for kids and grown-ups. Who helps out in your life, even quietly? What note, picture, or special word of thanks could you share to brighten their day? Welcome to Cloverfield Meadow, where kindness is contagious.
Perfect, right? I just got to do kindness. I may have misspelled it, but that sounded brilliant, didn't it? Yeah, so kindness. Yep, there it is. Just change that, generate, and the audio will be ready in just a second. We'll download it, and we'll create the video for Buddy, the Gentle Meadow Dog. That voice was fantastic.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So let's download it. Okay, let's go to the AI, now the videos. And let's go to spokesperson. So here's chapter 1 now. So we create the new project. Skip to audio. Yes, agree, it's mine. And then upload the audio file we just made. Drag it over here. This is it.
Hi, my name...
That's Finn, Fin. You may want to write that down and remember it. That's Buddy. Makes a good kid's voice. Like a cute animal. Let's scroll down. There it is. And let's generate the spokesperson. Leverage. AI. Technology.
How much is 549 credits?
Let's see. Maybe Steve is here. I think about maybe $2, maybe, or a little under $2. Every 50 credits is 22 cents. So just divide 549 by 50 by 50, 549 by 50. And then multiply that times 22 cents. A rough number.
$2.41.
Yeah, like a little like $2 approximately, yeah. Used to be a lot more, probably about, you know, for a video like this, probably would normally cost around $7 to $8 in our platform without the audio file being done first. And certainly in other platforms in the marketplace, Video IQ or any other platform out there, it's going to cost you probably $20, $30, maybe even $40 to do it. And the quality here is fantastic. The image quality in our platform and the voice technology, fantastic, right? So this is the Gentle Meadow. Cool, right? So there's chapter 2, right? And here's the next one, Tippy helping Hop, right? So we just work through these. We could be, you know, done with them probably, you know, pretty rapidly. My goal is to get this done by the 16th so we can maybe even get this one published. Yeah, it would be kind of fun. So that does it for today. Let's just wait for this one to be done. And we went through taking a book that we wrote and doing some family time, creating characters. I showed you the process, how we created a character. You know, once you wrote the story with any GPT, whether it's a fictional friend or ghostwriter, once you write the book, if you're doing any fictional book, you can do character development, character prompts, and then go to the image creator here and create an image of that character. You could tweak the prompt, what they're wearing, background scenes. You could even have an editor here where you could edit and take stuff out, like you saw me take out the lantern. Yeah. So you can get creative, like with your kids. Let them choose what they like, and you know, that's as simple as it is. And having fun, creative time in the summer, right, with your kids. So this is almost done. Let's just wait for it, and I'll show it to you guys here in just a minute. I think this is going to be fantastic having Buddy talk here. Yeah? Yeah. Yep. So you got we'll have the coloring book, the audio book, and I think we even have a song that we'll be able to give away with a book. Let me see if I can find it here. I'm not sure if it's here or not. Maybe it's on the Gentle Meadow. Okay. I think I need to unwake that so I could listen to it. Almost done. All right, let me let you hear this. Let you hear this song if you haven't heard it. All right. These are all the characters. Okay, I think it's up here somewhere. There it is. Here's the theme song for the Gentle Meadows. Here it is.
Make kindness your superpower, let it shine today. Small hearts, big love, lighting up the way. Clap, clap, welcome in, wave, wave, join the fun. 9 little acts make the world run on love. Bumble says welcome with a honey sweet grin. Come sit by me, friend. Everyone's in. Nibby writes a thank you short and bright. Great job, Miss Flossie, you make things right. Tippy sees a need and hops to help fast. We've got this together, no need to ask. Make kindness your superpower, let it shine today. Smart hearts, big love, lighting up the way. Clap, clap, welcome in, wave, wave, join the fun. 9 little acts make the world run on love. Pippo shares a tip with a happy tune. A dot of glue, a pinch, and it sticks real soon. Fernie finds a friend standing all alone. Come play with us, this is your home. Lolly whispers softly, shh, time to rest. A quiet space for peace, gentleness is best. Make kindness your superpower, let it shine today. Small hearts, big love, lighting up the way. Clap, clap, welcome in, wave, wave, join the fun. 9 little acts make the world run on love.
Mossy asks for ideas.
Let's hear every voice.
Feathers, bells, sunflowers, everyone gets a choice.
Listening to everyone's ideas.
Bumble takes a buddy walk slow by the stream.
Being there together is the sweetest dream.
Dottie cheers the loudest, you did great, hooray.
Every finish is a win when we celebrate that way. 1, welcome in. 2,
Thank you, friend.
3, lend a hand. 4, teach what you can. 5,
Invite to play.
6,
Quiet time's okay.
7, hear each voice. 8, walk, share the choice. 9, cheer every try. Kindness reaches the sky. Make kindness your superpower, let it shine today. Small hearts, big love, lighting up the way. Clap, clap, welcome in, wave, wave, join the fun. 9 little acts make the world run on love. Little hearts, big start, kindness from the heart.
Bam. Pretty cool. That song tells all the story. All the 9 chapters. Tells all the stories together. Yeah. Really well put together. So as this one is finishing up, you know, you could always leave here just so you know, and it's just going to show that it's generating, you know, and when it's done, it'll show up. You don't have to stay there in the screen. If you want to go somewhere else in the platform, you can, you know, go back in and start working elsewhere. When it finishes, it'll just populate right here, right? Yeah. See how it's processing it? When it's done, it'll populate right here. Yep. So if you want to see the, you know, maybe it's still there, you just hit refresh and then, you know, you wait for it and it'll refresh it and you'll be able to see if it's done and it's not. So here's all your projects are managed here, like in the platform. Any type of video that you do, they're all saved here. Yeah. Cool. All right. Excellent. All right. Well, just if you want to hang around, I think that does it for today. We'll play the puppy. I think everybody wants to see the puppy talk. So I think, let's wait for the puppy to talk so we can all watch it. This demonstrates our video platform and our AI platform to the finest, right? So it's a little bit longer video, 2 minutes. So let's just give it time to render and process. Excellent. Hit refresh again. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, any questions in the chat? Yeah. Yes, great song. Yes. Love the song. Yes, indeed. There you go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today. If you enjoyed today, put a 5 in the chat. Let us know what you thought. And, we would love to hear what you have to say. Put a 5 in the chat if you enjoyed it today. Excellent. All right. Let's see if Buddy is done here. Still processing.
Hi, I'm... Hi.
Okay. So let's just wait here. So if you haven't got your story done, Jeanette did hers yesterday using the platform. She went to AI Day and she recorded her clone, wrote her story here. So if you'd like to have your clone on AI Story, National AI Appreciation Day on July 16th, if you want your clone there and you're part of Momentum Tech, make sure you go to this website and create your story. You answer a series of, several questions. And as you answer them, you tell us a little bit about yourself and it'll generate the story. Then you can record your audio and then we'll create a spokesperson of you like we did for Jeanette. Here's Jeanette's from yesterday.
Hello, my name is Jeanette Garza. I'm speaking to you today from my beautiful Cabo Rojo, Puerto Rico, although I currently live in Franklin, Tennessee. My journey has always been about service, faith, and finding ways to help others succeed. When I was 18 years old, I left home to become a missionary. That experience taught me resilience, compassion, and purpose. Values that continue to guide my life and my work every single day. After completing my missionary service, I felt a deep desire to continue growing in my faith. I decided to pursue theology so I could better understand God's word, strengthen my relationship with God, and become more effective in serving and teaching others. That season of study helped shape the foundation of my leadership, my ministry, and the way I approach both life and business today. Today, I continue living out that calling by leading a weekly Spanish fellowship where I teach the Word of God entirely in Spanish online. Every week, we gather with Spanish-speaking believers from across Central America, South America, Spain, and in Italy. We are all also blessed to have participants from Germany who join us to study Scripture, pray together, and encourage one another in our walk with Christ. Seeing God bring people together from different countries and cultures through His Word has been one of the greatest blessings of my life. For the past 5 years, I've also been blessed to be married to my husband, Ed Garza. Together, we share a passion for innovation, entrepreneurship, and helping others. Ed is the co-founder of Momentum Tech AI, and we have had the privilege of working side by side to empower individuals, businesses to embrace the future through artificial intelligence. Today, I wear many hats. I am the president of Agape Benefits, where I help companies take care of their employees through employee benefits and insurance solutions. I'm also an international director with Momentum Tech AI and the co-founder of MagicKids.ai. I am also excited to share that a new magazine is coming soon. Together with my co-founder, Angela Martinez, we are launching Born Latina Entrepreneurs, a magazine created to celebrate, inspire, empower Latinas entrepreneurs around the world. And you might ask, how do I manage it all? The answer is simple. I embrace the power of technology. Before I started using AI, I was constantly overwhelmed. I felt like I was wearing every single hat. Researcher, a designer, a writer, a marketer, and a strategist. I had so many ideas, but they often stayed on my vision board because I simply didn't have enough time to bring them to life. Does that sound familiar? It was a constant struggle to keep up with the administrative side of my business while trying to lead a ministry, mentor entrepreneurs, and pursue new opportunities. Then I discovered artificial intelligence. It was like a light bulb turned on. Suddenly, I could complete research in seconds that once took hours. I could brainstorm ideas, create presentations, develop educational programs, write content, and organize projects with incredible speed and efficiency. AI helped me finally complete my book, Lead with Love, Win with Heart. And now I'm working on my newest project, Explore Puerto Rico, 78 municipalities, a travel guide that celebrates the beauty, culture, and hidden treasures of Puerto Rico. It's amazing how much more you can accomplish when you have the right tools. I want to be clear. I don't see AI as a replacement for people, relationships, or faith. Not at all. I see AI as a partner, a tool that helps us multiply the gifts and talents that God has already given us. Whether I'm teaching professionals how to use AI, helping children discover technology through MagicKids.ai, serving employers through Agape Benefits, or leading Bible studies through Spanish Fellowship, my mission remains the same: to serve with excellence, lead with integrity, and make a positive impact in the life of others. If you'd like to connect with me, you can email me at Jeanette@agapebenefits.com. You can also learn more by visiting MomentumTech.ai or SpanishFellowship.org. I truly believe we are living in one of the greatest seasons of opportunity in history. We have the ability to work smarter, dream bigger, and leave a lasting legacy. Think about it for a moment. Imagine increasing your productivity by 50%, 60%, or even 80%. What will you do with that extra time? Would you write a book you always dreamed of? Will you start that business you always wanted to start? Will you spend more time with your family? For me, it means creating more opportunities to serve others, innovate with purpose, and lead with faith. Thank you for listening to my story. And remember, lead with faith, serve with purpose, and innovate with AI. I look forward to connecting with you soon.
There you go. Excellent. Great story. It started with AIDayStorymaker.com. So if you want your story, go there. So I don't see Buddy done yet. Let's just double check here and refresh. Let me log out and log in. It should be done. Just got to wait for it. What do you guys think of that? Do you like that story? Yeah. We're starting to get a lot of stories in like that. So she recorded it on the system, on AIDayStorymaker.com. Well, Buddy will be done here shortly, so we'll just wait.